drinks are on my mind. The decision sets in. One love will churn your skin. The lover's right. Let them have their time. And I have this notion, let's keep these wheels in motion. In motion. You thought I did not know. Did you think I would let it go? Oh no. And in time, yes, I'll think it's absurd. But until then, you'll leave your words. But lay on. Lay on. Now it's time to defend your lies. Lies you've been feeding me all this time. And will you reoffend? Oh darling, you say that you are innocent, but your ways, they seem irrelevant, but still play on. Now it's time to defend your lies. Lies you've been feeding me all this time. And will you reoffend? Oh darling, have you reached your lover's end? No more. Will we make pretend like we something to fight for? Oh. We had nothing to fight for.
Good afternoon all, I'm Pirate here of course, Black Flag Racing TV, which of course you know because you're on the channel or you're not. Today is the official start of the GT World Series 2023-24 Manufacturers Cup. Now, you've seen me dabble in a race or two throughout the 22-23 one, but I'm going to have a crack at all six, I think it's six races, all six races over the next 6 weeks, I think it is, in the Manufacturers Cup. I might also take on the Nations Cup as well, but because it's midweek, work and time constraints and stuff, might not be possible. I have opted, as you can see there, for the McLaren 650S. I'm not sure how wise the decision that was. I was toying with the idea of the Alpha 4C, but then changed my mind last minute and clicked McLaren. But it is what it is. That's what I want. It's at Suzuka, this first race. Racing hard tyres are the only tyre. Well, you're racing hard tyres and wet tyres if it rains. I don't even know if it's raining. I haven't practiced in the rain at all. So if it does rain, it's going to go horribly wrong. 15 laps it is, with from a rolling start. Suzuka, of course, we know is an awesome racetrack. 3.6 miles, 5.8 kilometres, with some brilliant cornering and overtaking opportunities. I'd like to say I'm quietly confident, but I'm not. I realise a few times I'm never going to make World Series, but it's a bit of fun, and we'll see where I end up. Essentially, the last race you do of the day is the one that counts for your points. So I'm going to crack in this race. Depending on where I finish, I will do another one at 3 and maybe another one at 5 potentially, to see if I can improve. Because it's not your best race; it's the last one you register. So I'm going to kind of play it by ear and judgment and all that. I think we've got about a minute left, 20 seconds before it all starts and all kicks off. Yeah, so it is what it is. We'll see how we get on. This could be disastrous. I did do a practice lobby last night and I came last every single time, but there were A+ drivers and A drivers and that kind of in there. Managed to shave 1.5 seconds off my fastest time in a practice this morning, down to a 2:04 low something. So we'll see. But qualifying is about to begin. We'll see how this goes. It's a 5-minute qualifying session followed by 15 laps. There shouldn't be any need to pit because it's 15 laps, full tank of fuel. It's quite low fuel and tyre wear. Obviously those in the upper echelons, in the S groups and the A groups, they'll be doing 45 laps of this, so they will need to pit, but I should be alright. Already we've got Goofy up there, has already got some points on the board, so we'll see if he can improve. He's obviously looking to improve on that. So settings wise, car settings, I've got the hard tyres. I'm going with a brake balance of 2 to the front, to help with the rotation in this McLaren 650S. So yeah, just waiting now for qualifying to begin. Wish me luck, people, wish me luck. Looking at the field, the GTRs are pretty strong cars, quite a lot of GTRs, quite a lot of 911s. We've got the 458 Italia in there, that was pretty strong last night, actually watching a couple of those. BMW's not too shabby around here either. GR Supra, all pretty strong car choices. In fact, it looks like, am I the only one in the McLaren? I am the only one that's gone for the McLaren. So either it's a genius masterstroke or I've absolutely got it horribly wrong. But it's the car I practiced in, so it's the car I will be driving in. We'll see how that works out. So good luck, everybody. Let's get ready to rumble. 3 seconds. It might get a bit noisy soon because everyone's going shopping in a minute, but I'll try and mute it when that happens. You see at the top there, that's the Proper Blokes Club logo in the middle there. They are our mental health partner. Everything's where I need it. Let's get the radar on, because you just cannot trust where people are. There we go, finally out on track. Got to be careful of the pit line, don't want to be getting a penalty there. I don't think there's any wall collision penalties on, but let's be fair. Don't want to go balls out too hard on the outlap. Certainly don't want to be too close to the car in front of me, although I doubt with my pace that will be the case anyway, but we'll see. Get a little bit of heat into these tyres. If there's long periods of silence, it's because I'm concentrating. Don't you just love impatient people on an outlap? What's he going to achieve by doing that? I've really struggled during practice actually with Denga coming up here, but I think I've now got it down. I think. I haven't actually run a full 15 lap training session. I've done, I think the most I did was 10. That's not a good start there. Not enough brake, not concentrating. Luckily it's an out lap, so it doesn't really matter. Just need to shake off the dirt on the tyres. I'm really struggling to get a turn there. I need to come down another gear, I think. Ooh. Okay, not a great start to qualify. Right, to get the mistakes out of the way now, and then it's done, isn't it? Come along, watch Herb crash. That's why you're all here, really, isn't it? Here we go. I need to be a little bit hard on the brakes, to be fair there. Alright, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Should have enough time to get 2 hot laps in. What is wrong with this guy? It's fucking qualifying, you penis. See, this is the problem you're going to get with online racing, is you get idiots like that that's had an entire out lap to make space for his qualifying lap. Catches up to the car ahead, and then rather than accept that he got it a little bit wrong in terms of gap, decides just to barge his way through like it's going to give him a good solid qualifying lap anyway. So compromises his own lap and mine. As you well know, it's been a while since I've been racing. Obviously I've been quite ill, but yeah, what a way to get back to it with yeah, straight away experiencing the joys of racing online with people who should have to take a test in order to leave the house. Certainly unaccompanied anyway. I can do a 2:04.4. This is not going to be that though. I'm going to mute the mic in a minute, it's going to get really loud. Quite a poor lap. 2:08.9. And keep it clean. I'll be happy with a 2:05. I'll be very happy with a 2:05 actually. 2:06 would be probably more realistic. Feels like a better lap. Well, I say it feels like it is a better lap thus far. The key, of course, is going to be consistency over the 15 laps. Not just in terms of lap times, but predominantly in keeping the car on the road. I wouldn't imagine I'm going to be mixing it up with the big boys too much. So it's all about kind of just not letting the slower cars behind me get a run on me. Through Casio and then onto the power. Certainly quicker than my last lap, and that is a 2074. I've had worse. Where does that put me? Oh, way down the order, 15th. Right, so 15th on the grid of 16 runners. Not a great start, but this is World Series. You know, this is these are better. Well, you would expect these are better drivers than usual. But of course, the good thing about it is that generally you find 2 or 3 people will rage quit at some point throughout the race because they're not getting their own way. That tends to be the format. So if I can gain a few places by virtue of people just being impatient and stupid, then we'll see. The 2031 is the qualifying time, the pole position time in that GTR for Vixar, and that's pretty darn quick. There's a few drivers up there within the 203s. If I can, over the course of a couple of races, get my qualifying down to my best practice time, which was a 204.4. Rain came on lap 10. Thanks, Pete. I've done no practice in the rain at all. I didn't even think that it might come in, to be honest. But now you say it, it kind of makes sense that every other race in the series has got some sort of mandatory pit requirement. This one didn't, so I should have kind of second guessed it was going to rain. So well, look, we will find out what we will find out. I haven't at all practiced in the rain, not one iota. Certainly not in this car in these settings. Maybe it'll work in my favour. Maybe that's where it all goes horribly wrong. And there is the rhinoceros wearing high heels trophy that we're all competing for. So it is with full traction for the last 2 laps. Got you third. Well done. That's a good result, Pete. That's a really good result, mate. A very good result. Right. So I've got to be looking out for the rain now. Here's the question: does it come at the same time in every race, or do they mix it up a little bit? If it does come on the same lap every race, then it makes it a little bit easier to plan for. I haven't even checked. I don't even know if I've got wet weather. I think I have. I think I have got wet weather tyres for this car. I bloody hope so. I didn't even think to check. But generally, I buy wet weather tyres when I buy racing softs. So we will see what we will see. Get a good look at my livery in a minute. That's quite nice, that one. Look like a British driver, but obviously not. Esteban. There's David in the M6 GT3. That's quite a good car around here. Using that's the Gran Turismo film livery. NSX, good little car that. Look at that beauty. And there's a Supra behind me for Shout, the Greek driver. Right, rolling start. That does mean, of course, you're unlikely to get some of the craziness into turn 1 that you ordinarily get. Yeah, no, we'll find out. We'll find out. I imagine it's one of 2 ways. Either they do it exactly the same for every race, or it's completely different every race. So yeah, we'll find out. So I suppose if it hasn't rained by lap 8, I think I'll bring the weather radar up and have a little looky-see. Right, let's do this. 15 laps at Suzuka in the McLaren 650S for the 2023-24 GT World Series Manufacturers Cup. who knows what's going to happen. I can tell you this, I will not qualify for the Worlds. Someone already off the track, somebody else already off the track. That's a couple of cars out of action already. I do apologise for all the noise in the background as people are, they're going out shopping in a minute, so it'll get nice and quiet very soon. Wow. Some cars falling off the track up to 11th we are already. Got a good run on the Honda. Oh my god, it is absolute carnage out here today. It's like a daily race. Why do other cars feel the need to just barge their way through? Make a clean overtake. Look at what's the state of that. Make a clean overtake, you idiots. It's particularly frustrating when you've got cars that are actually faster than you, and if they just raced cleanly, they could get past you. Okay, lap 1 almost over, and it seems to have gone relatively without incident for me. No clouds at the moment suggesting rain, but as we've heard from Pete, it is very likely there will be. I don't know why I broke there. I can do that with a lift, but better safe than sorry, eh? Better safe than sorry on that one. Another yellow flag, another car fallen by the wayside, and that is up to 8th after 1 lap. I've got to say, if I finish 8th after being 15th on the grid, I'll be incredibly happy with that. I'm not too concerned with engine braking because I haven't got to conserve fuel. Fuel is definitely not going to be an issue here. If I do have to pit, I'm not going to have to pit for fuel. It's only going to be for wet weather tyres.
Yeah, no, Hannah goes, I want one of them.
I'll order a pink one. I'll order a pink one.
Talking right behind me, and I fucking glanced to see who it was and fucking missed the turning. Cost myself loads then. Turn. Yeah, it was going to open a lap, and then it all went horribly wrong, Aaron. Yeah. What is it with the barging your way through? You absolute fucking melt. Right, I need to focus, man. I need to focus. Aaron, I took your advice actually, you know, we were talking last night after the practice race. I took your advice through those corners and found about 1.5 seconds on my practice time. I've done a 2:04.4 around there now, which by my standards is pretty good, I think. A little touch of brake, nothing significant. Right, I need a clean lap, man. I need a clean lap. I need that to have been my foray into madness. See, I think my key here is that I haven't necessarily got the pace of most of these. You can see from qualifying I didn't, but they seem to fall off a lot, and if I can be consistent, that's where I'll make the gains. Oh, what an absolute... You've done it again, fucking sausage. What a sausage. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm going to bide my time because I don't, as Pete said, the rain comes in apparently around lap 10. I don't know why I stayed in second now. I could have gone third for the first one. Yeah, apparently the rain comes in around lap 10. Which I haven't factored in at all and got no practice for at all. That a little bit wrong. Anyone that's been watching me for any length of time knows I'm not my forte, if you can call it that. I don't really have a forte, but my forte is more in the GR4s than GR3s. I'm not very good at GR3, but that said, practice makes perfect, as they say. 4 seconds off the leader, which for me is probably about right in terms of most of the races that I'm in. Although to be fair, usually I'm racing with A drivers, so I'm not sure it's necessarily a good thing if I'm racing with C drivers. But the one thing I do notice about this is you do have the issue of people deliberately tank their DR to get in easier lobbies for these races, which is something I actually should have done. I'm so close to D though, I actually should have just tanked myself to D before entering. And Stormfly was absolutely bang on right. Reined in the 2 Supras. Was that a BMW and a Supra? No, it was another Supra. Oh, a little bit brave with that inside curb then. I think I'd like to think top 10's not out of the realms of possibility. That's too wide. That is too wide. I said this is the first race of the day. I will do at least one more today, and obviously depending on where I finish there, we'll either call it a day or a little bit late on the brakes there. The irony is with a brake mark I should never be late on the brakes really, should I? I know that's really my next aim in my sort of driving evolution. When I can get a little bit more pace, I think I do need to start thinking about removing these brake markers and finding another way around. But you know, obviously my time is limited. Quick question, Aaron. Am I better off coming out of that second spoon, changing up to third, or giving it a little bit in second first? I've tried both, and neither seems to be significantly better than the other. Much better through that. You hate when you brake for like a corner like that and you're rapidly approaching the back of the car ahead of you. Look on your radar, man. Nothing I love more than to see the car chasing me down, disappearing off the track, just taking that little bit of pressure off behind me. The sky is a-changing. I'll bring the weather radar up in a minute. So I don't need the crash dar at the moment, because I've got no one really close enough to me for that to be an issue. Need to remember the advice you gave me yesterday about the weight transfer thing. Alright, so there's the weather radar, and there is the rain. I don't know why I changed down there. What am I doing? I'm going to close that off. Was a good overtake from him there, actually. I think I get quite a good exit out of there in comparison to some. Struggle a little bit through the S's, but then I've only just changed the way that I take those and the gearing and stuff. I only changed that this morning, so my exit out of there is not great though. So the question is, does the rain hit on lap 10 as predicted, or is it going to come sooner? It certainly looks to be getting closer. Fastest lap for me so far, 2:06.5, which isn't shabby. I'd like to be in the realms of the 2:06s every lap. Don't know why I changed up there, but is what it is. I've done it now. Oh, a little bit too hot in there. Now, is there any benefit to try and jump in the gun and going in a lap sooner for some intermediates? The other question is, does it get to full wet territory at any stage? So when it gets wet as well, my line's going to have to change. I'm going to have to stay away from the curbs because it's brutal. If you catch a curb here, it ordinarily slightly wrong and it throws you off. You do it in the wet and you are screwed. So it looks like it is the same, that it is rain on lap 10, looking at where the water is. Where the fuck is he going? He's gone the wrong way. That's not part of the racetrack, my friend. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because what I don't want to happen, I don't know when on the track it's going to get wet, because I haven't done it yet. And if you're here and you've got a 2-minute lap when it's wet, so I'm going to come in at the end of this lap. Pete said it was lap 10 the rain sets in, so I'm going to jump the gun. I'm going to come in at the end of this lap, I think. Yeah, because it really does depend where I am on the racetrack when the rain comes in. But I can use this as a tester for later. From what Phil was saying, if it's lap 10 every single time, then you can plan a little bit better. So what are you saying, Pete? You don't think it's worth jumping the gun and going in early? You think it's still slick tyre capability when it first sets in? Do you know what? The rain isn't even over my head yet. I'm going to stay out. I'm going to stay out, and then I can always make a judgment in a later race, can't I? Predominantly this is to feel my way around and get an idea for pace. Okay, he's jumping in now, so that's interesting. I don't know if he's run the race before, but he's gone in now. Watch round spoon. I will indeed. There we go. Oh, it's not turning, it's not turning. You were right, you said to watch around Spoon, to be fair. You called it, Pete, you called it. So actually, I don't think there would have been a benefit pitting a lap earlier. Because, yeah, I'm close enough to the end of the lap.
Let's back it back for the kitchen, yeah.
Thank you very much.
I love you, baby.
Yeah. That's my missus singing for you all.
You're welcome.
Oh, I haven't got the wet tyres. What a fucking knob. I did say this before, I wasn't sure if I'd bought them. I haven't got them. Oh, this is a nightmare. It's all gone horribly wrong. Oh, well, there we go. So, in the straight back again, then it is. I haven't got no wet tyres, so I better sort out my traction control.
Is your window shut?
No, my door shut.
This is going to go really, really badly, isn't it?
Kept trying to jump out and she had to get up and get the cat.
Oh dear. To be fair, I didn't manage it. I know it said I needed them, but it says that on all the races when it doesn't rain, so. Oh, what an absolute spacker. And the thing is, I could have bought them in the lobby as well. Oh, we'll see how this goes on slick, shall we? It's dry at the moment, so. I'm leaving traction control on 5 for no other reason than actually I might take it off. You turn it down.
Phone holder.
Yeah, I'm going to put it on full where it's wet. At the moment the track's dry, so I'm not concerned at the moment. I need to remap where that button is because it's difficult to use it when it's raining. Alright, here's a test of skill, isn't it?
On the front.
Dad, tell anything.
Oh, the action.
Right, it's not killed me yet, and actually, if this side of the track stays dry,
It's one of it's from Abby and Daniel. No, why would I pick
yeah, I actually think if this side of the track stays dry, then I think this is doable without using intermediate tyres for the wet bits. Could this be a secret strategy that nobody else has thought of? I only essentially need to just go tippy-toe through the wet bit up at Spoon. Oh yeah, it's really wet through here. It's just not turning. I need to learn to drift. Oh no, it is really wet through there. I've got to survive 3 laps, man. I've got to survive 3 laps. Oh yeah, the rain is indeed coming for me. Oops.
Why are you going to send a picture? On text as well? It's costing money.
Oh well.
Does he know that?
What have I learned from this exercise?
He says on text.
Prepare for rain. I hate racing in the rain. Well, whatever happens, because 3 people have rage quit, I've gained 2 places.
Right, why don't you grab my bag? I'll pick up a drink. Got my purse here, Mum?
Wait, you sit in the back, I will take it.
You've got £20 each in my bag.
Oh, back and run out of flashy.
Right round.
Right, is that fun shopping? And like that, the house is empty. How am I gaining on the car in front? By using slicks on a track that I have no right to be on this track on slicks now. Well, at least I found an interesting short, which is essentially the horror. Oh, the horror of realising you don't have any wet tyres when you get into this. No, it's not turning. I'm on full lock. There's no turning. I can't get the accelerator full. I've got better control over the car on slicks than the wet track than I have on a dry track. And I've made an overtake. How about that? The other question, of course, is will I actually make it to the end of the race without a ticky downtime? Honey Monster into the pits. Now, why is he going in now, or has he been on the slicks the whole time? Oh, he has been on the slicks. He's on hard. Whoa! Oh, you mother! I've done such a good job till then. No! Oh! Come on, gently does it. Round through Casio. Round through Casio. Oh, it's torrential now. Could I? Oh shit! I was like, could I make top 10 here? As soon as I think about, oh come on! I can't stop it spinning. Oh, loads of people are quitting though. I'm going to carry on. I'm not going to quit. Turn, turn, turn. How about this then? Come on people, come watch the stupid man on YouTube trying to drive on racing hard tyres on essentially a fucking lake. I'm getting blue flag now. I will move out of the way eventually. better on the outside, let him go on the inside. Whoa! Are you too brave there, mate? Driving like I've run out of fuel. I'm going to take this apex and I'm going to get off the racing line if I can. There we go. Woohoo, second gear. Oh, do I? Okay. I forgot about that, obviously, yeah, because it's, so why are they bother telling me blue flag? They might as well just say, oh, fuck, we'll get. Am I still not last, man? JS is having more problems than I am. This is my final lap, which is fine. I can cope with that. Now, I normally one to moan at people, read the freaking instructions. I can't put this can't be down to instructions because it didn't say it's going to rain. Although it did, to be fair, it did say usable tyres included intermediates and wets, and that should have been a clue. And the fact is, Suzuka, a little too brave then in a straight line. Woo! Life is a roller coaster. Oh, come on, I hardly touched the fucking accelerator. Okay, two things have stuck out from here though. One that I've finished in 11th. I mean, yeah, it's due to a lot of people quitting, but I have actually beaten somebody on the racetrack, despite not having the correct tyres. He's struggling with that GTR almost as much as I'm struggling with this. So, first order of business is going to be to buy some correct tyres. And I made it without the timer running out. Have some of that. So there we go. What have we learned? We've learned that nobody else is using the McLaren 650S. We've learned that actually I can get into those 206s in race pace and drive pretty well. We know that it rains at the same time every single time, and that I need to have wet weather tyres. Points table. Well, where was I? 11th. 20 points. Right, okay. Okie dokie dokie. Right. Let's go enter. Not yet accepting entries. Why not? Let's go there. I can go in there and buy them, can't I? Intermediate. Let's get the wet ones as well. Yeah. Does it go full wet? That's the other question. I think I wasn't really paying attention to the little track wetness indicator on that left hand side because I was so busy trying not to crash. If it goes full, is it worth going full wet? Yeah. So exact copy. So essentially it's copy and paste for every single race, which I suppose kind of makes sense in terms of picking people for the World Tour. So it makes perfect sense, really. Okay, so yeah, right, enter. Should be able to enter now. Not yet accepting entries. Oh, it's 10 minutes before, isn't it? Oh, hang on. Oh no, I've missed the 2 o'clock one. That's it. So 3 o'clock one is the next one for me. So I'm going to go and going to go have some lunch, and then I'll be back in 1 hour's time for a race, for the 3 o'clock race, with the correct tyres, and see if we can't improve a little bit. I might jump on a little bit earlier and do some practice laps. So catch you in about 45 minutes or so. Yeah, catch you about 45 minutes.
It's Friday night, and the drinks are